This is Come and See with Father Philip Hall, turning to and following Christ in the 21st century. Father Philip is parish priest at All Saints of Lincolnshire Orthodox Church in Lincoln, England.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, God is one. Amen. Begin by reading Matthew chapter 9, verses 27 to 35, and concentrate on that very first story, the one where the two blind men are healed. It's really quite an amazing, astonishing story. Notice how the whole passage, and the one before and the one afterwards, all are about movement, and even the disciples, when they're chosen in the next section, are told to follow Christ. The Lord is moving. He comes in through one way in this pericope, in this story, and goes out the other side. He passes through, as it were, stopping off in a house on the way. He's only going past that way the one time. And the two blind men have this one opportunity in their lives to do something about their condition. The same is true for each of us. The Lord passes by, and we have one opportunity to do something about our condition. It may well be that we have a different condition tomorrow, and he'll pass by again. But it may also be that the Lord never passes our way ever again. And what do these blind men do? Do they say, oh, that's interesting, that healer and preacher is going through? No. They cry out. Actually, the Greek word is a very strong one. It means almost to scream. And those that have demons in them, in other parts of Matthew, the same word is used, screaming out after the Lord, crying out, "Have mercy upon us, Son of David." The word there, mercy, meaning loving kindness. Have loving kindness upon us, Lord. It's a prayer that goes right to the very centre of their being. This is not a wishy-washy prayer. It's not, oh Lord, we just pray for... This is a prayer coming right from the centre of these two blind men. They have their one chance, and they're going to make sure that the Lord hears them. So they scream out after him, "Have mercy upon us, Son of David." And they follow him into the house. Their prayer takes them right into the very place where God is. And there in the house where God is, he reaches out his hand, because they have believed that he has power to do this, and touches their eyes. And their eyes are opened, and they see what we long to see. They see God himself. What do they do with this? They're actually told not to tell anybody anything at all. And we're told in Mark that they followed along the way after the Lord. But here in Matthew, we discover that even though they have been told not to say anything to anybody, they go rushing around the whole countryside telling everybody about what the Lord has done for them. They spread it everywhere. Now let's compare that with ourselves, with our half-hearted prayer, with our reluctance to dig right into the very centre of ourselves and say to the Lord, "Have mercy, send your loving kindness upon us, O Lord." Our reluctance to come into the very lair of God himself, his house. Our reluctance to have him touch us. And as a result, we don't open our eyes. And because of our half-heartedness, our lukewarmness, it goes further. We're far too obedient to the whole idea of not spreading it abroad. We say nothing to anyone. so nobody hears the gospel. Nobody sees what we have seen, and they go away unsaved by you. Therefore, squeeze your heart. Squeeze your heart hard. Find within yourself that place that wants to scream out in prayer to God. And when the Lord touches you, when you open your eyes and you see things as they are, go and tell others. Go tell them. Go show them the good news. Let them see how God has changed you. God bless you. Pray for me. Amen.
Join us again next time for Come and See with Father Philip Hall, a listener-supported presentation of Ancient Faith Radio.